Cancer, welcome to Healing Hype Man, where I do messages for self and I help you rebuild the relationship with yourself and remind you of who you are, right? Think of this as like a soul session, right? This is your monthly. We're gonna dive in. I don't know why I get so hypey when the camera goes on. Just realized that. That's just a vibe that wants to come out when I hit play. Anyway, we're gonna get into your current energy. I have so many different parts of me, like you'd be wild to understand them all. Your current energy, your challenge in the reverse, and then in the near future. And these have been getting pretty deep. That's your current energy. These have been getting pretty deep. You know, if I'm speaking and I don't trigger you, then I'm not doing my job. Triggering you is to help you identify something about yourself so that you can master yourself, the relationship with yourself, and have more self-awareness about you. Your current energy is the Page of Wands. What are we curious about? Your challenge in the reverse is the Four of Swords reversed. And in the near future, Cancer, we have the Six of Pentacles. I'm going to talk about astrology too. It's about Cancer risings. Of course, Cancer suns can certainly resonate with this. Everything is happening in Aquarius. That is your, that's your 8th house. Shared assets, investments, things of the cult. I like to think of that of like roommates, to not technically no, but like after the relationship and like everything is shared, like people around you that you're connected to. Maybe you are investing. Maybe this is a time for you to invest. It would behoove you. Bottom of the deck, why it's all happening is the Six of Wands, the High Priestess, the Ace of Cups here. That gives me like, you found something out about your emotional world. Something is exciting you emotionally. Your current energy, you're curious. You're curious about something. Maybe you're curious about like what partnership would look like. Maybe you're in a partnership. Maybe you're curious to invest in a partnership or invest into something here. Let me check. It's just interesting how I read emotion, right? Why it's all happening. Like, I feel like I don't know, I feel like you identified something about your emotional world, your internal world, something about self-love, loving yourself from the inside out. I love that we're falling in love with all parts of us, the good and the bad, the dark and the secrets. And your challenge, you're trying to rebuild, right? Some of you could be healing from something and you're trying to rebuild something. Maybe you're trying to rebuild a relationship. Maybe you're trying to rebuild an investment. You're recovering from something. Like maybe like you have recovered from some heartbreak and like, now you're winning. Like I get the vibe that now like you're winning, right? Like now you love yourself again. You love a part of you, and it's almost like six of Pentacles. You're ready to like you want to share. You're ready to share your love again. Perhaps you even healed a toxic relationship. You learned some lessons and you're ready to move forward. It's all from the bottom of the deck. Like, talk about major. Like, you've healed. Okay, Cancer. I see where we're going. The Death card. This is all from the bottom. Yeah. You're like, I guess once Venus goes into Aquarius, let me see when that's around mid-month, 17th, 18th. It's almost like you're curious to fall in love again. You're curious to invest into things again. You're curious to, maybe you even tapped into spirituality. The eighth house is cults, right? Call us a cult if you want. I don't know. You're in the process of recovering, and for those of you that are not willing to recover, like perhaps this is your message. Like, I'm giving all these high vibes here, but if you're like in denial of that you need healing, and healing doesn't have to be so drastic, like sitting with in isolation and going after something, identifying your trigger, sitting in darkness so that you can bring light into the situation here. I think that you're ready to, you want to explore something here. You're willing to explore something. I think that this is pretty major. I'm not going to lie, Cancer. This is pretty major. Saturn is in Pisces. That's your 9th house. Perhaps you're really committed to like go on a trip. You're really dedicated or committed to want to go on a trip. I think that perhaps you even looked at your attachment style here with the Devil card. I'm just going to put that there because I didn't ask for a card there. Tell me about this Page of Wands. What are we curious about here? Where is this curiosity taking us? Yeah. How you invest your time, how you invest your money, how you invest your energy. Something's being revealed. The Judgment card. You're rising from the coffin. As I said, you've healed. I really want to say that Knight of Wands. You're ready to go after it, and yeah, you want new things in your life. I think you're a very different person here, right? Why it's all happening? I'm gonna go back to this because I just feel like this is like really important part of this spread, and it's been very different for everybody. It's like you won. You feel some sort of victory in the deepest parts of you. It just really reminds me of just like healing, right? And we had the healing card in reverse, and it was a challenge, right? Maybe you're in that smack dab in the middle of it. You're in the process of healing, and I'm here to tell you that like there's a point in time where your initiative in wanting to explore things, rising from the coffin, which is inevitable at the same time, the new you, the brand new you, and going after new things in life is really going to bring you to a space where you're like, I want to share. I'm ready to give. Whatever it is that you might have been healing from. Tell me about this Four of Swords reversed. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles. Wow. Maybe this could have been from a partnership because I have the masculine and the feminine here. I think that this healing journey, whatever you're healing from, is really stabilizing you. Like, it's going to make you so concrete and like direct. It's really maturing you. And it is your responsibility to mature, to make the responsible and mature decisions, right, from experiences that we put ourselves in. If that triggered you, someone didn't do something to you, you allowed it to happen consciously or unconsciously. The same way I speak about how it was my responsibility to get myself back to a place where I was comfortable after the situations I put myself in and I allowed in my space. Which means you have to accept what has happened and be determined to continue to move forward and stabilize yourself and ground yourself. And I know grounding has to do, everyone says grounding has to do a lot with the root chakra and grounding to the earth. I would highly suggest you start looking into grounding your heart, the center of it all, because I tend to find that seems to be the root cause of a lot of things. It's not that I'm not stable. It's not that I don't have, that I can't work. It's not that I don't have resources. It's not that I don't have money. It's not that I can't speak. It has something to do with the heart space, right? That's just my own personal tangent there, which I think is the center. This is what's rooted. Now, Six of Pentacles. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles here. Wow, this month is pretty healing for you. This month is high vibes. High vibes. Wheel of Fortune. There we go. Next chapter. Next endeavor. Here we go. You healed one part, and here comes the next chapter in your life. Here's the Hermit card. Perhaps you come out of isolation. Perhaps you start to hold your energy and reserve it for those that are worthy of. I can definitely see that, right? Because you're not going to do, they don't talk about this in Healing 101, but you do all this healing work, and what do you think? You're going to go back to where you came from? No, you're probably going to not like the things that you once liked. And you're going to be like, that's a no for me. But you're a little bit more analytical here. It's Mercury energy. Mercury's in Aquarius. Perhaps you're thinking outside the box, right? Or you're coming outside of the box. Wow, 10 of Cups. I'm telling you, like, this is like pure happiness where you're in the direction that you're going. While you're in this healing journey, I'm here to tell you that you're in the right place. You're there. Maybe some of you are in limbo and you feel trapped and you feel stuck. I would say address what you are trying to avoid. Address what you are trying to avoid here. Cancer. And when I say address what you are trying to avoid, I'm going to choose my words wisely here. Sometimes you got to take one step back in order to take six leaps forward. 4 leaps forward. If you're scared to take a step back, you're not going to know what it looks like on the other end. And I wish that there was a safe way for me to tell you to go and do that. But I know that in the end, you'll come out winning no matter how it starts, ends, what happens in the middle. You wouldn't have found me if you can't make a wrong mistake. Confidence is your key to success. Adjustments are required. A new romantic cycle begins. You know, I wouldn't be surprised that if you jump out of one relationship and you go right into another. You heal it and you go right into another. I also believe that healing takes place in 2 forms. I'm going to end you with here. Healing takes place in connection. Connection takes place in 2 ways. Internal and in relation. What do I mean by that? Internal, because of the connection with yourself. Healing takes place when you connect with yourself. Your emotions, your body, your mind, actions, behaviors, thoughts, patterns. Healing then also takes place, it can happen simultaneously or at separate times in relation. So people that go from one relationship to the next, I'm not going to say that doesn't work, because it does. Because you actually will heal when you get into a relationship. And if you're scared to get into a relationship, you might actually heal in that relationship. So the one thing that you're avoiding and you're scared of is only one relationship away. And it doesn't have to be long term. I personally don't believe in life partners. I don't. And I think we're here to experience as many relational opportunities as we can. And I don't think people need to stop attaching themselves to an expectation that they cannot predict in the next 5 years, 10 years, let alone next year, right? You don't know who it is you're dealing with. People aren't as nice as you think. But I feel like there needs to be a little confidence boost in going after the next thing that you want, and I can see it. Like, I just wouldn't be surprised if you invest into something, you're scared shitless and to invest into something, and when you invest into that, you actually like heal from that. Like, that, I gotta write that down, because that's like invest and heal, because that's like the title here. Whether you're investing in yourself, internal, or in relation. Okay, Cancer. My name is Alvin Catalan. I'm present. I'm done speaking now.